Damn right they're reunited on my feet. Hello, beautiful people of YouTube. I am Vex, and welcome to Vexed Out. So we're going to try Disco Elysium again. Let's see if I can not have a heart attack collapsing on an old woman.
Like two baby crocodiles.
Wait, these don't look like normal cop shoes. How do they fit?
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Well, that's ominous. So I have finally finished my task about my shoes. Alright, so I believe I need to talk to Kim again, because I've done everything else, to my knowledge. I can't remember what I did last time I was here.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by this hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard, through a PA system, by other people.
Oh, this does go well to my theory I'm developing that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person. Yeah, sure.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs.
Alright, so we did all that last time. Just going through some thoughts. My shoes are reunited. I have no thoughts over here. Alright, let's go talk to Kim.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket. As you approach, he narrows. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
I'm not going to be an asshole to him this time.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It's not time yet.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area.
Alright, so we did all that last
This man is
time.
doing you a professional courtesy. He knows you haven't talked to the proprietor about whatever it was you were supposed to talk to him about.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
What if I
We
told you
should
I'm
go
not really a
there
police
as soon
officer?
as we are done talking
Sorry, I'm
to
just
the
kind of
owner.
busting through so we can move on.
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, let's get going
After
then.
you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check pockets.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your...
Okay. So I didn't realize I hadn't talked to the guy about the seabird, so let's go talk to the guy about the seabird.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The Harbinger of Ruin. Yeah. If you know what my X handle is, yes.
What?
It's gloaming. I am it.
I have no idea what that means.
I have been to the precipice. I have seen the end. This duskland will be gone soon. It makes no difference if you understand or not.
What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy?
He points to you.
We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back. I just like fucking
I know
with
it
this
took
guy.
us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Damn you, Sylvie.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Interview the cafeteria manager. Investigate victim's body. Report your badge missing. Who made the call to the crime? Or reporting the crime. Done. Oh. I see what they're doing there. Okay.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
We got the questions last time, so I'm gonna
The
pass.
body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a...
Big fucking
Let's
hole in
go.
the fence.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
I'm not gonna do that again. What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
What do I owe this place for? What is money exactly? You're under arrest.
What are you, a philosopher?
Actually, I might be. Since I woke up, I'm having trouble remembering the most basic concepts of reality. There we go. Now I'm just getting my bearings.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Interesting. Where do you get it from? Why do I need it? Proceed to show the amount of coins you have in your hand. Is this money? Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
He shrugs.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Isn't there somewhere I can stay around here? I don't have a home. I don't remember where my home is. Fuck this place. I'll take my chances on the streets. I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Continue.
Good luck.
Pay for damages. Yeah. Ask station for additional funds.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Here? South, maybe? Far away? Up on Marvel Hill.
Why did you say that?
I prefer Gibbet Hill, but, you know, if you get that reference, you're too smart for this program. These are just synapses firing. It doesn't mean anything. The name must mean something for me. Again, Lieutenant Kitsurugi, do you know a place called Marvel Hill?
No.
An,
But isn't that an expression, not a place?
an expression.
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace back the way back somehow? The extra street, the exact number on the building? I've lent a dumpster, I don't care. Fuck everything, hobo cop.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
I'm gonna put that in my memory bank. Internalize. Alright, so let's get the hell out of here. And you stop sexually harassing Sylvie, you bastard. Pigs Go Home. Street name is legible. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Heap of snow melts in a wheelbarrow.
The RCM in Martinez.
The woman
What
looks
can
up.
I help you with?
Oh, the woman looks up at you. You sound surprised. I have questions for you.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with?
What's this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Street sign says fuck the police. Point to it.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the pigs go home sign? Who are these pigs? That's alright, I didn't mean to startle you.
Okay.
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool, what are you doing here? Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then.
I am pleased to meet you too, officer. Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
What is north, what is east, what is south, what is west? Thanks for now. Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm a bit disoriented. Just tell me where we are, okay?
Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
She looks around thinking what else
This
to say.
intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Lieutenant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you were displaying.
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates, Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. No problem. Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Okay, I need to call in my bullshit.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
Sweet digs, dude.
This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Run your fingers over the steering levers. No, I don't want to accidentally activate it. Tap the fuel preheater gauge. Let's see what's in the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Are you soliciting me?
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
A pry bar. Chain cutter. This guy's up in a tree. What? And a crank handle flashlight. I'm gonna say a chain. I don't really need a chain cutter, I guess. A pry bar?
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap go the cutters in your hand. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The frequency tableau lights up and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker copy. Hi, Alice. This is Officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to the 41st Precinct. I have something I need to report. I need you to connect me to a civilian, Sylvie, who reported the murder. Let's talk to,
Of
Sylvie
course.
first.
What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't she give you the number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thigh. Wait patiently.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through the static. It sounds like she's a million miles from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions about you, about your last day of work. Sylvie? I believe we've met before. This is me, the detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You quit your job at the Whirling? Why? Why is it that you called... Or was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Well, why didn't you call the police? Didn't a corpse find your workplace bother you? Do you know who made the call? I'm not going to pester
No,
her.
sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar?
You can hear her tense up on the other
I'm
side.
not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Alright, I won't push it. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
I think I've got all I need.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you? I'm going for it.
No.
Nope.
She doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
Yeah, it's definitely some other guy. Guy like Gart?
You know women and their constant problems.
Hey, hey.
Nag, nag. How's one supposed to get the love going like that?
Hey, what was this about we're a feminist?
That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help, but maybe all I can do is without this all this internalized misogyny. Dude. She got workplace harassed. Leave her alone.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Come to the microwave. Are you still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control. Daddy's gonna take you on his lap, little dark. Ew, 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 ew. Please no, I don't want to say any of those things. Refuse Love's request, although it's wonderful.
No. What?
I know, baby, I know. It's just that I've got that sweet woman, child thing that makes men go crazy. No! Ew! No, I don't like either of these answers. No. This is inappropriate. I want to back out.
Oh, God. Please, just stay out of my life.
What? What is it?
You'll see, Lieutenant. You'll see. Wink again.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Oh, that was disgusting.
It's on. The love quest is on.
No.
Too late, everyone. It's on.
No.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
It's literally my only option.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing. I'm in a dire need of financial assistance. This sounds odd, but is there personal details I'd like to discuss? 10-10, transmission complete, stand by, over, end call with 41st.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere, it's basically just gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ha ha, come on, operator, tell him to stop, this is serious. Ha ha, officer has lost his badge, ha ha. Like I'm the first cop to misplace his badge. Can we just move on? I want to get this reported and done with. Proceed.
He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vicmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking
Could
badge.
you all please stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this, I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that.
Animated
Over.
conversation in the back making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here! I don't have my gun!
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun.
Convince them you
Over.
didn't lose your gun. Content.
Even
Nope.
before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled
No,
in your
of course
brain.
I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it. I did lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
For starters, it's massive. Got flared cooling vents in the front too. Hydrogen flask sticking out too. Whispered the ten. Hey, what are you packing? It's a gun, what can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon. You know, we're talking about bang bang. Look, I don't have it alright. I don't have my gun.
He says it's just a regular gun.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague.
Detective Mullen has done it again. Where's my gun?
The speaker crudely mimics your voice.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't.
The man succumbs to laughter again.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Noor by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
I left it in his... Oh yeah, I left it in his mom after I fucked her ass last night. Yeah, there we go.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about.
You can't take it, don't
Tell
dish
her to
it.
apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his
If you
mother.
didn't like the follow-up, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker.
Like he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
The disbelief of Vakmar's voice is overwhelming.
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing.
Satellite Officer V.
I heard him, I'm on it. No, I think I'm good. I'm good without my gun, thanks.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further
I
assistance?
need financial
Over.
assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but
What does he want now?
he's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just...
Right, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It is paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't have a place to sleep tonight. Okay, I heard you. No funds.
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said... He says it's important to the...
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied, sir. Listen. It's okay. You can do it, sir. Over.
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are also here. Over.
He chooses to ignore the voices in the background.
He's trying to keep you from further embarrassing yourself in front of your colleagues.
Let us address them now, sir. Over.
This might sound odd, but there are personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, then...
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on. Are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. I want to know if you've got my badge description right on the report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. Please refer to me and my full name in the future. Any news about my, family? Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? Yeah, let's wrap this up. I think this is the smartest way.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Yeah, that's enough. Alright, so, tools. Cool. Clothes, rubber gloves, let's... Can we put those on? Yep. Who called to report the crime? Something going on here, need to help the brother out with his love woes. No! Fuck him! Track down my badge, track down my gun. Okay. No, you are not going to sexually harass somebody in the workplace. You can fuck off. I'm going to go work on getting that body down. There are bottles inside. You can pick them up if you had a bag. Rue de Saint-Guyen. Or Ghislaine. 8B. Something on the roof. The letter R wears a crown on the ribbon below, a light above descending. It's the logo of the municipality of Remcall. Come on, yeah, Kumo, fuck him up. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. Human being is decomposing. Something over here. Nope. Something is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Take alt. And some magnesium. The winch mechanism has been oxidized for some years. Yeah, Kuno, get him right in the dick. Hey, It's a kid's ladder. It doesn't seem rickety, but still climbable. Ladder for kids. I wouldn't put the weight of a grown man on it. Good thing I've got some fucking kids here.
Kuno's got this.
The boy is throwing rocks at the dead body. Can't be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno!
Hey kid, a word, please, missus. Have a moment of your time, please?
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Are you siblings? Kim, what should we do? Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Look, I got some questions for you.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
God, I want to punch that kid.
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
Kim, help me out here. What are we gonna do? What do we want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Looks like you're a faggoty now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
Do you know how we got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
You didn't see what happened?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking...
He looks around trying to come up with something.
Mesco, or I don't know, some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
You aren't in Cyberpunk.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
It's a nice fictional name, Night City. Doesn't exist.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Oh, don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that. Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything. I meant to say, do you know who he was before he died?
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. Kuno's fuck...
He's trying to...
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Oh, that's a word you can't say. About the crime scene. Kids play here often in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
The ladder for climbing it, points the ladder in the tree.
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you would say that ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Hold on, the gardener used to work there? You mean the young woman?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
You could look into the eyes and nod and agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
He spits over his shoulder, then looks back at you. I am off.
Kuno doesn't...
Kuno can go fuck himself. Alright, so... I'm gonna save. Just because I don't know if I like where this is going. Okay, let's...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Lieutenant, work boot tracks. Point to them.
Noted.
Maybe
Yeah!
more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good with this, aren't I?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
Lieutenant tracks your eyes. 8. 400 million. Say nothing.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Same guys are going back and forth. Way off, way.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
He points his glasses.
A woman? Or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I just do.
Understood. Anything else?
Heavy one.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over. Maybe he was a giant? Could be an extremely obese person.
Possibly, yes. Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
A drummer, that's stupid. So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Nod thoughtfully. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. Interesting. If only I had come up with the idea.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent. I'm not sure we don't want to attract that too much attention.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
You've been through it. Leave it. Alright. Shoot, what was the... I know there's a wheelbarrow around here somewhere.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at trash container? Or why am I looking at you, trash container? You're a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think? Could we be in there?
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too.
Yes, I have a feeling there's something in there. Seems reasonable assumption. And we should open it up immediately.
What do you mean, feel?
Extrasensory perception, whatever. This holds special significance. Just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there.
Mm-hmm.
He leans to inspect the lock. How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage.
Or, Lieutenant. No, or pry bar.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
Okay, I'll be nice. I won't just sabotage your shit. See if there's anything else I can interact with. Besides the corpse.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Content.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern. Calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. No. There's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What is this feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Put skills into perception sight to open this with white check. Leave. Okay, I'll come back to that. Okay, can't go there yet. Alright, so yeah, I think we've investigated enough. We're going to go back inside and then we're going to save. So we've got a corpse, a couple of junky kids, a trash can I need to open. I might ask that lady to borrow her wheelbarrow.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
I will worry about that later. It's a lot to go through. Okay, there's the doors. Not let me look at the wheelbarrow again. Okay, let's go inside. bottle of rum has been knocked over, beautiful dark liquid spilling out.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long. It's drink o'clock. 2 hours?
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
I've been secretly thinking about it all this time. Actually, I should be thinking about this. Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Now that you mentioned, I do need rum and lemonade. Isn't there a bar over there? Maybe later. I should be thinking about it.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter. What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
That is one I'm going to resist. I'm a fuck up enough. I don't need to lick booze off a counter. Alright, let's go talk to Dipshit about his key.
Can I help you?
Trash out back, is that yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling and Rat.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs me. And don't call it callous, it's just common sense.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't seem callous to you, guarding even the leftovers from the poor. We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
No, let's not talk about Sylvie. You creep.
Yes, have you got it? Like what? I was really enjoying talking about the money you owe me. Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
I've got the key. Let's mosey on out. I'll open that dumpster and then we'll call this. Open trash container and find booze to drink. How are we in our mind palace? Okay, we're making connections. I need something for my health. One more hit and I'm dead again.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, Whirling in Rags. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there is something in there? Open lid. Maybe another time.
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Fuck it, I'm opening it for the
The
content.
smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
I'm used to dumpster diving? We're just gonna dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
He produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks onto into the
the
container.
belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Bag the shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
A thrown out towel, mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we need to ask about the kids who put them there. You think someone at the whirling might have been involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
the lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What? Elbows out, there's nothing more here.
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be. I don't know, what is this?
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks out on the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin? I think I don't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know. I'm boring. I'd rather not talk about it right now. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away.
Well,
He doesn't know what to say.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The mug. I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique.
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Close.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay, how do I interact? Use the interact button in the inventory to inspect the book. What's the interact button? What's the interact button? Inventory, journal, camera, highlight, zoom, movement, character. Pause, quick save, help. Inventory, journal, highlight, zoom in, zoom out, back, action. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Nope. I am using the interact button on the book.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
There's a lot to read here, actually.
Not much.
Look at the content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm just going to use an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your insane ideology. The mug will be easy. By denouncing it, I can clearly learn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It's just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore?
If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case and start getting paid again.
Alright, so this is the interact button.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across the aluminum.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hey, Lieutenant, what is this? Point to the sticker.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information? How can I read it?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week good load, or Lieutenant? There's a mentioning of a name convention, there's mention of a naming convention here. Count the pages and open to the case file in this room. Yeah, it's...
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure if I'm completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I've made plenty of mistakes.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh yeah, they're written in capital letters, too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
No X-Files?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my case files appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
I mean a non-numeric one with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
You seem to have the name of the case, the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Count pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely.
Kim, do you have a pen?
But the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large-caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
With this beauty, commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man, The Furies at the Home in the Mirror, The Setting Sun, Shit on a Stick. Actually, I don't have one. I do enjoy The Furies in the Mirror.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that refers to. And also...
He furrows his brow.
Could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be?
Yes. You know what that normal name is. But it's so plain. Anything else, please.
The Setting Sun.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that, so something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete?
Usual is boring. We don't do that.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done inspecting these closed case files.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can I read the case files now?
Yes,
Yeah!
You can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
Wait, are those officer precincts?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I'm not gonna even attempt those. Those aren't my initials. I'm not feeling them. Wow, I don't know what to say to that.
I got nothing here either. Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with. But it's the one you got. So sorry. Yeah, we're staying out of this business for now. HDB is bad news from yesteryear. It's shit, honcho.
How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Oh my god. I can revisit this, put the case away.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
I'm trying to end the video, I swear to God.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, you four-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Content.
Is
Fuck.
not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Alright, so I can go back to that at any time. I should give that back to Kim. I feel like I'm never going to return it. You put the clothes in the trash and read the water market. Okay, so we're going to do that next time. This ran a little longer than anticipated. I'm going to get the hell away from Kuno because that kid's out of his fucking mind. So I'm just going to stand in this little alleyway and save. But I hope you've enjoyed watching as much as I've enjoyed making. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, maybe more Disco or Elysium. Maybe we'll go back to Dragon Age. I haven't decided yet. Until next time, goodbye.